All right, let's have your weights in your chair handy, but for now, just roll those shoulders out, add a little elbow, big arm, single arm, like a backstroke. Then bring it across your body, up and over, across your body, up and over. Getting a bigger movement in that body, engaging that spine a little bit. 2 more times. Good, and then we'll do the same thing with both hands. We're gonna roll forward and lift up, roll forward and lift up. You can move those feet a little bit if you want, no worries if you don't. And then drop that down. Bring those feet together, roll those shoulders up. Give yourself a little neck massage side to side, tuck that chin a tiny bit. I'm gonna lose that because it's squeezing on my head. Good, come on back up. Roll those shoulders back. Drop them down. Come on over. Come on, crazy girl. Pull those abs in, and then we'll start that step touch. And again, I may not be moving as quickly as you'd like me to, so feel free to go a little faster. In a moment, we're going to take 2 to the left. In 4, 3, 2. Oh, that was side. My left, your left, I don't know. Well, maybe I did it right. I don't know. Yeah, I did it right. Leave it here this time, step touch only. Let's bring those arms in front in a chest press. Good, then bring those toes in front and pull back. Squeeze it. Use those muscles between your shoulders, your rhomboids. Then start to bring it up and down and add a knee lift. When you're ready, arms up and over. In a moment, we'll stay on the left side in 4, 3, 2, left side double time. Last 2. Step touch. We're going to go 2 to the right in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. We're going to leave it. After one more step touch. Let's bring our arms, and this time it's like an upright row. Toes in front. You can double tongue the arms if you want. It'll be a smaller range of motion, totally up to you. Good. Then those arms squeeze back and knees come up. We go up and over. In a moment, we'll stay on the right and double time in 4, 3, 2. Step touch only. Let's roll those shoulders. A little bit bigger. Add those elbows. Back to big arms. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Roll it up and over. Abs in. Knees bend. Bring it down. Roll through a couple cat cows. Beautiful. Drop that left shoulder in, look up over the right. Back through center, other way. Back through center, first direction. And last direction. Right back through here, roll it, extend it. Weight in those heels, abs in, hands to your heart, bring it up. Bring those shoulders back and down. Expand that chest 2 more times. Beautiful. Shake all that out. Let's go ahead and grab those weights. That's all you'll need right now. Go back to that wide stance, as wide as you feel like you can comfortably do. Make sure your toes are turned out, and then sit down in a plie, and let's give a couple checkpoints. I'm not going to go as low as you probably can. You might be able to get your quads parallel to the ground. Make sure your knees aren't caving in. They're open. You can see your big toes, right? Shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to start with those arms by your sides. We're going to serve that platter. This is your St. Patty's corned beef or cabbage. Or a woman in class yesterday said she was making whiskey cake. She's very Irish, and she made Guinness cake last week. I asked her if it was possible to make a cake without alcohol, and she said she didn't even know that was an option. 2 more. Hold those arms straight. Make sure there's not a little bend right out here. Shoulders out of your ears. Lower them down. Get them straight. A little straighter. Straight, straight, straight. And then that's all I want. Straight arms. 1 inch up. 1 inch up. 1 inch up. And then from that 1 inch up, give me a bend, straighten. 1 inch up, bend, straighten. Up, bend, straighten. Up, bend, straighten. I hope you feel these biceps by now. And relax. Woo, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Check in with your quads. If you didn't feel that, as you sit down into that plie, go a little deeper. Option to lift those heels for a little more challenge. Shoulders up, back, and down. Hands right here. But instead of going forward this time, we're going to press back. So if that challenges your balance too much on those tippy toes, put those heels down. Just a tricep press. Knuckles are leading the way for 4 more. Last 2. Last one, turn the pinkies to the back. Lead with the pinkies. So you rotated your hand, different direction. Good. You might be pitched forward a little. Just make sure you're not hinged like that. That comes next. Good. And now you're going to turn the palms to face, palms to face the back and press straight that way. Think about pressing down and up, down and back behind you, right? Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. We're happy to see you, beautiful. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Come all the way down. Pull those abs in. Straight arms out to the side. Try and bring your head in line with your spine. So working those posture muscles, rear deltoids, rhomboids. Give it a little pause when you get to the top. So you lift up and pause. Good. Lift up and pause. Nice job, Terry. I'm teasing. I can't see you. You know that. Last 2. Good form. Last 1. Hold it up. Hold. Turn your thumbs down. Pinkies up. Go up an inch. Up an inch. Up an inch. And relax. Woo! Set those weights over to the side for a couple seconds. Give yourself a couple shoulder rolls. And then we're going to use that chair now. All right. Go ahead and set one of the weights in the chair. Option to add that on in a minute. Actually, I'm going to do, that's all right. Sorry. Bring that weight behind your right leg. And then make sure that your heel is close to your hip, right? So that you don't drop the weight. And then let's fly into a flat back position, right? And then press that heel to the sky. Good. With that heel up, rotate it to the side. Back to center, press the heel to the sky. Leave it up, rotate it open. Back to center, press it up. This time point the toe. Rotate to the side. You can leave that toe pointed. Poke a hole in the ceiling again, 4. And rotate open, 4. Woo, I hope you guys are feeling these. And bring that down. Woo, that right hip should have gotten some good love. Cross that right ankle over the left. Send that tailbone up. Wag your little tail. Roll it under. Send it out again. Bring it up. Leg crosses over the other one. Right over left. Arms go left. Bring it down. And let's go do that on the other side, please. All right, so we hold that weight behind that left leg. We're going to find that long flat back, flex through the heel, right knee is bent, press up. Hold that squeeze, rotate open. Press it up with the heel. Open it up to the side. Point the toe, poke a hole in the ceiling. Rotate to the side. Poke a hole in the ceiling. And rotate. Bring that up. Woo, cross that left leg over the right. Send that tailbone out, arch that spine. Round it under. Extend it out. Cross the left over the right. There you go. And then come on back through center. All right. We're stopping in center. We're going back into that plie again. So sit down into it. Option to be up on your tippy toes. Try and lengthen that tailbone, arms out. They're not down here, they're away from your body, right? Sit into it. Give me a half a bicep curl, straighten, half, straighten. Good. Good. Leave the elbows bent, bring them down, bring them up. Leave them out, straighten and bend. Bring them down and in. Are you sitting low enough that your quads are starting to shake? If not, make a change. In and out. Are you sure your quads are hurting? I'm not seeing any changes. Oh, last time. Relax that down. Put your abs in. Put your hands on your right leg. Let your left arm just relax with that weight in it. Use that to just help loosen that shoulder, maybe circle it. Both directions, easy though. And then other way. Let the arms swing a little bit. You're supporting yourself with your left hand. Little circles. Let the shoulder just relax and reverse. Good. While you're down here, pull those abs in. This is going to be work for those abs. Make sure you don't feel this in your low back. Bring your arms up, elbows out. Extend those arms, lift them up. Bend, straighten, and lift. Bend, straighten, lift. Chest is open. Head in line with your spine. So tricep and rear deltoids. How close together can you get your shoulder blades? How far apart can you get your hands? Right, so it's a V, right? Shoulder blades coming in and together and arms going out to the sides. Almost there. And bring it up. Woo! Stand it up. Left hand goes to that left shoulder. Bring it down. Cross to the center of your spine. over to the right, give it a little bend, come back up, switch your legs. I didn't even say that. Bring your arm down or right arm to the right side, back to center, over to the left, and give it a tug. Shake that all out. And then we're back to using that chair for support again. Weight is back behind that right knee again. Standing up, bend that left knee, abs are in. We're doing that rotation again, but from this standing position, and the arm matches it. So again, shoulder work, posture, chest is up, abs are in. Keep going. Two more. And relax. Switch it up and just switch legs. So you're gonna bring that weight behind your left leg, then that right knee. Abs in, stand tall, rotate to the side. And relax. All right, both weights in your right hand, left leg forward, step. Step back with your right leg, bend into your left knee, and stretch out with your right. You can stand taller. I need to counterbalance a little bit. And then wait on that left leg till you feel that left quad. Mine's already shaking. All right, while you're there, chair can be there for support. Some of you probably don't even need it. Bicep curl in your right, tricep extension. You're not going to swing it, right? So it's not this. It's a curl. It's an extension. Right now, my hand is facing forward, but now I'm going to turn it so my pinky leads the way in the tricep and my thumb in the bicep. I'm hoping that left leg is feeling this. If it's too much, you can put the right toes on the ground. Hand on that chair or not at all. Couple more here. And then the weird one, where you're going to turn your hand to the back and bend and straighten, and then forearm. Straighten, forearm. So when I bring my knuckles, right, when I'm doing this, I'm getting that forearm. And relax. All right, hope y'all felt those. Weight in your left hand. Weights in your left hand, sorry. Right leg is forward. You're going to bend into it. You're going to go deeper than I am, right? And then you're going to stand up on it and see how that goes. Palm facing the front. Bicep curl, tricep extension. Bicep curl, tricep extension. Bicep, tricep. Palm forward. Then turn it so it's thumb up, pinky up. Thumb up bicep, pinky up tricep. And then we're going to do the funky one. Knuckles face the front of the room, shoulder back and down. Tricep, forearm. Tricep, forearm. And relax. Set those weights down. Roll those shoulders up. Give me a wide stance. Bend those knees just a little bit. Demi-plie. Open your left arm. Flex through the palm of that hand. Reach behind you as far as you can. Bring it up. Tap your same shoulder. Pull it back. Bring it center. And other side. Give a little tip over. Shake it out. Right arm, flex through that palm, reach as far back as you can. Bring it to that same side shoulder. Ooh, center. Opposite side. Give it a little tug. Shake all that out. We are heading down to the ground. You're going to bring your weights with you, please. And don't need your chair anymore. Let's come to a seated position, please. Feet on the ground and weights are right by our side for now. Before we do anything, just lean back. You can round, give each leg a little bit of a tug for a little quick low back stretch. And then sit up on those glutes. Grab a single weight and put it between your hands, please. Shoulders out of your ears. All 10 toes on the ground, lift that arm right in front of your chest, straight arms. Exhale, hinge back, pull your belly button in, pull your ribs in, ears over your shoulders, back of the neck is long, fingers reach, lower those weights, and then come up. Inhale at the top, exhale to hinge, pull everything in, inhale, lift. You don't have to go as high as that. You could just go to eye level, you could go forehead, you could go up, you could go all the way over, so long as you don't go whoop or whoop. And then make sure you lower your hands before you move, right? So you lower them to come up and then you lower them to go back. Just 2 more here. Beautiful. Sit up nice and tall again. Put one weight in each hand. Arms out in front of you, hinge back again. This time open those arms into a T. Hold for a moment, make sure you didn't round, stay lifted, but pull your belly button in. Bring them down and together before you come up. Hinge back, open up into that T, back to center, up and down, open and close. Good. You have 4 more like that. 3 more. And then you have 1 more option, hinge back, actually 2 more options. If you want, you can make those arms a V, and then again lower them before you move. Hinge back, try a V, or stick with that T. And then of course, the biggest challenge would be hinge back and bring both arms overhead in that I position, only if you feel, excuse me, that your body can handle that. So you're gonna have 4 more, again, whichever you're doing here. 2 more. And relax. Bring those weights out to the side. Actually, let's try a simple roll down all the way. So put those weights in your hands and see if you can mosey your way down a vertebra at a time. Then let those weights rest on the ground. And we'll take again a knee in, feel a stretch on that back. And then the opposite knee in. And then both legs come in. Little rock side to side. Beautiful. Single weight right above you, like you're poking a hole in the ceiling with your fingers. Deep breath in. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders float off the ground. Arms up overhead, feel that extra challenge. Back to center and down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, back down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. See if you feel like adding that second weight. Hands right above you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Hold for a moment. Exhale, back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach both arms overhead. See how that is for you. If your neck is bugging you, create that same resistance. Well, not that same resistance. Keep resistance by bringing your weights behind your head, but let that give you some support. Back of the neck is long, chin is tucked, abs in, and then relax. All right. Keep your feet on the ground. Keep your weights in both hands. Bring your arms all the way overhead until your thumbs touch the ground and your ribs lift up. So we're going to do a tiny movement here. We're going to coordinate here. We're going to exhale, pull the ribs down to lift the arms. Inhale, relax. Pull the ribs down to lift the arms. Inhale, relax. Try and keep this movement just in the shoulder joint and the abs. In other words, the head isn't tipping and tilting if possible. And then your challenge is to keep the ribs down instead of going up, down. Keep the ribs down even as the arms go up overhead. And then you can start making it a bigger range of motion. Keep the ribs in. Mine snuck up. And relax. Take one weight, put it on your rib cage. Stack those legs tabletop and put the second weight below your knees. Exhale, flatten your ribs, use the weight to give you that feedback. Palms out and open. Legs move away forward. Double leg switch. What are you doing? The cat, not y'all. Inhale as the legs move away. Exhale to slowly bring them back up again, keeping those ribs nice and flat. The only joint that's moving is right here at your hip joint. Those thighs move away and then they come back. Keep that going for me, please. You can also, hi baby, will you squish? You can also have the weight down between your abs if you want. Just a couple more here. And relax. Go ahead and put those feet on the ground. If the weight's on your ribs or your abs, you can move them off for a second. Take a quick little break. We're having a love break here. All right. And then we're going to take both weights. We're going to put them on your hip flexors. And then we'll take our two fingers to hold them in place. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift those hips up. Feel those glutes working. And then give me another inch lift. Down and up by an inch. Lift those heel or toes if you want, or you could lift the heels. You could play with both ways. Hold them up, squeeze, 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 put those toes down, lift, 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 hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. And again, hopefully that got a little bit of glute action. Let's hug one knee in, get a little low back love, maybe move that knee around a little bit. And then go the other way. And then the other leg is going to come in. And we'll circle around. Both directions. And give it a hug. All right, hands underneath those weights, feet on the ground. This is our opportunity to do a roll up with the assistance of the weights. So knuckles are close to the ground, palms are up, weights are resting in those weights. Deep breath in. Exhale, slide the hands low along the ground, and that should help you be able to do that roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale with control, roll back down, inhale at the bottom. You are welcome to straighten your legs out if this is working for you, or you can keep them bent for a little extra protection of the low back. Nice And slowly we are moving with control. And then on this last one, we're coming halfway and we are holding. Arms are low, but we are holding in that most challenging position. So it's right before you want to fall down, but it's before it gets easy. Find that place, holding 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax all the way down. Take both weights, you're going to stack them up and put them on your ankles and then hold them in place on top of your feet or your ankles. Bring your forehead to your knees, roll like a ball. Exhaling to roll, inhaling, we'll pause at the top. Do 2 more for me, please. And when you finish that second one, go ahead and sit up. Turn over onto your side to face me, please. Bring both weights with you. Do you mind if I put that there? Thank you. All right, we're stacking. Knees at 90, ankles at 90, hips at 90, so not pitched forward. Arm right underneath your ear, and take that hand and create that mouse house. Then you're going to take both weights, and rather than hold them, you just want to put them on your thigh and then place your hand on top. And then from there, we lift up as a straight unit. So shin is parallel to the ground, knee and heel lift at the same time. I'm still here. I have a cat for a head. Last 2, last 1, let's leave that top knee up and then pivot, right? So we just come into that clam from here. Beautiful. We're going to lift our legs up in the, or heels up in the air and pivot open. And relax. Hopefully we felt that in that upper hip. Give that hip a little love. And let's go do that on the other side, please. So again, as you pivot, you're going to stack ankles, shins, knees, hips. You're going to lie down on that arm. You're going to create that mouse house. And then both weights on that top thigh. And then your hand is just resting on top. And we lift as a unit. And then we'll drop that heel, and then we pivot open. Good, and then heels go up in the air, and we pivot open from there. And relax. Give that hip some love. We're going into a side plank on that side. As always, feel free to double up if that's a little nicer for your shoulder, or excuse me, elbow. But let's pay attention to this shoulder, push it back, create space between the ear and shoulder, swan neck. Engage those lats, pressing back. Let's just take a single weight, your favorite version of side plank. Come on up, bring that weight up. Poke a hole in the ceiling. Poke a hole in the ceiling. Does y'all ceilings at home have holes in them now? And then put that weight on that top leg. Hold it with 2 fingers and lift. And relax. We get to do that on the other side. So spin it on over. Again, extra cushioning for your elbow if you like. Get that elbow right underneath the shoulder, push the shoulder back, lift up out of it, engage, grab a single weight, your favorite version of side plank. Arm up, poke a hole in the ceiling. Weight on that top leg and we lift. And relax. Ooh, all right. Let's spin over onto our abs. Put your weights on each side of the mat so that they'll be there for you to use. Come down, point your toes as always when we're lying down. Bring your hands underneath the weights, palms up. First thing you want to do is lift your shoulders. Lift your shoulders. Lift your shoulders one more time. Lift your shoulders, reach to the arms. I want you to focus on the upper back. So instead of lifting from the low back, I want you to lift from the shoulders, squeeze them together, and then lift the hands. And bring the hands just above the thighs, rotate the palms to face each other, and then come down, deep breath in. Knees lift, belly button lift, shoulders squeeze and rotate, and come back down, deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze, lift, rotate, and down. Exhale, squeeze, lift, rotate, and down. Again, squeeze, lift, rotate, and down. Two more times, squeeze, lift, rotate, and down. And then we'll hold this one. We're gonna rotate, we're gonna squeeze, we're lifting, we're holding 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's press back, resting position. Hips sit back on your heels. You guys know what to do here. And then as you come forward, hands out in front, undulate through a cow and a cat. And then square everything up, find those abs, use those, pull in, grab that weight behind that right leg again, heel close to the hip, so you nice and secure, lift that leg up, cross it behind the left one, lift up, tap down, up, cross, up, down, up, cross, up, down. Now, if you wanted a big challenge, what would happen if you lifted your left arm? If the answer is I would fall over, don't do that, please. A couple more here. And relax. Move that weight behind the left leg. I probably will not do this one, but you know what we're going to do. We're going to lift that leg up, cross it behind the right one, and back up. Right? Up and over. If you want to, extend that right arm. And relax. Move the weight out of your way. Give yourself a little sway with your hips side to side, please. And then make your way over onto your spine. Put one weight over to your right and put the other weight behind your right knee. Hug it in, and then use that weight, the head of the weight, to pull your knee over to the right. Left leg can go to the left, so you get some inner thigh stretch here. Then roll that weight down to your calf muscle, bring both legs back through center, hug the knee in and down, and the weight is up against that calf. Point and flex, and maybe get some circles here. And then roll that weight up the leg as you straighten the leg, pointing, flexing, and bringing it in. Bend that knee. Bring that thigh, or that weight on the outside of the thigh, holding here for a moment. Then you're going to stretch that left leg out. You're going to put the right heel on top of the thigh. So not crisscross, just on top. And let the weight do its thing. So by putting my heel on that thigh, I'm not going to flop over into a twist, right? You should still be able to touch under your right hip, right? It shouldn't be way off the ground. So make sure your fingers can just barely slide under there because we're looking for the big hip stretch right now. Then you're going to go ahead and open up into your figure 4. Bring those legs up and extend that left leg up. Hold here, thread your needle if you want. Feel free to move through that right leg, or excuse me, left leg. And then crisscross all the way. Both hands go under both weights. Knees drop over to your left, please. Come on back up through center, both knees bend, and we'll take the weight from the right side and put it behind the left knee. And again, we'll let it pull. We're going to use that head of the dumbbell to pull it open. Let the right leg flop the other way. Come on back in through center, both legs. Bring that weight behind the calf. Bring down, flex and point and circle. Good. Straighten that leg out, point. Straighten that right leg out if that's okay with you. Flex through the heel. And then bend that knee. And again, the weight goes on the outside of the leg and the heel rests on the right leg. I still have my left hip close to the ground. So I'm just looking for that big, deep IT band stretch. Good. Then we'll go ahead and flip that open. We'll bring that right leg up. Point and flex through that right leg if that's in your wheelhouse. And then bend both knees, crisscross, slide your hands underneath the weights, and the knees are coming over to the right. Back up through center. However you want to get onto your hands and knees, join me there, please. All right, hands out front, undulating cow-cat. And then we stack it up, tuck the toes, press it up, pedal out those heels if that would feel good. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs, cat and cow. Get a big extension, lift that chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And we have our curtsies. Thank you.